Merry meet. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are working a psalm spell today. And today we are working on Psalm number 144. And one of the traditional uses for Psalm 144 is to extract the good out of any situation. Any situation. So there's a lot of good available to us at all times, and Psalm 144 is a great spell for extracting the good even out of situations that might not seem so great. Now, the way that we work psalm spells is very simple and very powerful and effective. We take the psalm in question and we read it out loud all the way through once without stopping. We call this an incantation. The next step in the formula is to go back through the psalm and to take it verse by verse, sometimes even line by line or word by word, and consider those inner meanings in the Psalms, the inner meanings behind the Psalms. And we look at those little hidden occult meanings as being packets of seeds, magic seeds. And through that searching, just searching for them and finding them and then contemplating them, we are in effect planting those seeds deeply into our deep mind. And they take root and they grow and they actually bear fruit after their kind. And so the fruit that we are planting, the seeds that we are planting for the fruit that we want to harvest today is to extract good from any situation. So if there's a specific situation that you don't think is so great right now, or even if you do think it is great right now, and you might just want to extract even more good from a great situation. But if there's a situation that seems not so great, we're going to use this to extract good from that too. So you can bring that to mind right now. And then we are going to work this psalm together. And so here we go with Psalm 144. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Lord, what is man, that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man, that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity, his days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them, shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. Send thine hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto the kings, who delivereth David in his servant from the hurtful sword. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. That our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after the similitude of a palace. That our garners may be full, affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that is in such a case, yea, happy is that people whose God is the Lord. All right, so it starts out with, Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. So who are we addressing here? The Lord of the Psalms. The Lord of the Psalms is not a deity, not the God of the Hebrew Bible, necessarily. It is the principle of life itself. It's that which is beating your heart, causing your lungs to breathe. It causes the sun to rise and the sun to set and the planets to revolve around a sun. Okay? It is perfect love. It is pure life principle. It is absolute truth. It is all knowledge. It knows all, sees all, does all. There is only one. There is nothing to oppose it, nothing to thwart it, nothing to vitiate it. There is not one other than this Lord. Okay, so there's one life and we all share it. There's one mind and we all share it. There's one source, we all share it. There's one substance, we all share it. There's one force in all the universe, and that is the Lord that they are talking about here. So blessed be the Lord, my strength. So we are recognizing that our strength comes from the eternal. So if your strength comes from that which is eternal, then you are all strength. You have all strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Now, my hands to war and my fingers to fight. The hands and the fingers are that which create things. That is our freedom. That allows us to manipulate things, to use things, to create things, to bring things about. And here it's saying that our creative powers we're asking to be used to war and to fight. Well, what are we going to want to war and fight against? All of those situations and those thoughts about situations where we think that we're not able to extract good. So all thoughts about situations where we think only bad can come from it. Now we are going to war with those thought forms. We are fighting with those thought forms. And this is a just war. This is a just fight. And there can only be victory. Okay? So my goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdue my people under me. So these are all the thoughts about what the Lord is to us: our goodness, our fortress, our high tower, our deliverer, our shield, and in whom we trust, and who subdueth my people under me. Well, my people, who are your people? Your thought forms. Those thoughts about yourselves, those thoughts about yourself, those thoughts about the world, those decisions that you're making, those ideas about life, those are the people under you. We want God to subdue those thoughts. Lord, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man that thou makest account of him? Okay, so we're asking a rhetorical question, and we are recognizing that you can't hide from God. Not that you'd want to, but there's nothing you can't hide. God knows everything. So that's good news, right? God knows your strengths and your weaknesses. God knows what you want. God knows what you don't want. God knows what'll make you happy. God knows what'll make you miserable. And we're talking about the God of the Psalms here. We're not talking about a deity. We're not talking about a patriarchal deity. We're not talking about anything like that. Because remember, the Lord of the Psalms is pre-gender, right? So it's not a father God. It's not a mother goddess either. It is pre-gender. It is pure life principle. So we want to recognize that all-knowingness of this power. Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. So in this world, who we are as separate individuals in bodies, having a storyline, having a past, a middle, and an end, okay, that is, our days are going to be numbered here. Our days are numbered here, which is a good news, because it's talking about why we even are here. Why did we even choose to be in a world like this? Because of vanity. Because of vanity. We decided to think, I wonder what life would be like if we did things our own way. It's like so if you think about the Lord of the Psalms as being a central sun, and souls being beams of light being extended forth from that sun, and then that beam of light thinking, I wonder what life would be like if I were on my own sun. I wonder what life would be like if I was separate from this and I could do everything myself, all by myself, without any source. Okay? And so because of how powerful we are, because of how we were created, then that mind of ours started to create a world that is separate from our source. Now, this world can't be real because God didn't create it. So what did we create? We created a fantasy world. We created a dream world. And so all the stuff that we see in this world is superimposed over the truth that God created for us. So that's that if you want to think about that fall from Eden story in the Bible, that's what it's talking about. It's when we fell asleep to the truth of who we are, because God created everything perfect for us anyway. So underneath that dream, we're already having everything that we want. We've already extracted good out of every situation. But right now we are recognizing that man is a vain thing. Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. This whole world that we are experiencing is not the world that God created it. It's a dream world that we are superimposing over the real world. Bow thy heavens, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Please get rid of this illusion for me. I don't want these mountains. I don't want these mountains. I want you to come. The mountains representing, our problems and the things that we don't think that there's anything good out of. So, but when God comes and touches those, they smoke. They smoke. They burn away. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Destroy these illusions. Destroy these problems, right? Because only good is there. There's only good. So get rid of these silly illusions that there's evil, that there's bad in my life. Because I know you didn't create evil, therefore evil can't exist. So destroy these illusions. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. Okay, so send thine hand from above. Okay, so that's that again. The hand recognizes the freedom to create, the freedom to do, the freedom to have, the freedom to be, the freedom to make things happen. So the hand of God is the ultimate, hand of will, of freedom. So bring down your hand from above. Send down your hand from above and deliver me out of great waters. So drowning in the waters of our own illusions, of our own ridiculousness, out of our own nonsense. Deliver me out of those waters and from the hand of strange children. Well, what are strange children? Well, the ego mind that we have is that mind of vanity that was being spoken of in here, as the vain part of ourselves that wants to think of worlds separate from our Creator, that wants to think of worlds that are just ours on our own, that creates our problems for us. And so the children, the strange, that is an imposter thought form. That is an alien thought form. So the children of that thought form are the thoughts that result from that. So we have a negative thought form that we've created, and because of who we are, everything is always expanding. So that thought form is having thought forms and thought forms and thought forms and children and children and children, and it's growing and growing because that's how life works. Now we just made life work in a real kind of perverse way. So we're asking to be saved from our own creation there, and from the children of our own creation, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. So that's the thing about the ego mind, is the ego mind is a vain thing, and vanity has to be false because there is no vanity in reality. What is to be vain about? God gave you everything that you want for nothing. You have all truth, all beauty, all power, all source, all substance. Everything was given to you. So you any idea that you want to be separate from that vanity, all that is like a little kid play acting, right? But then scaring itself. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is full of falsehood, because it's all a lie. It's all a lie, this idea that we could be separate from our Creator. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and upon an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. Well, first of all, singing a new song unto God is just like, I'm not going to talk about my problems anymore, God. I'm going to talk to you about the good that is here. All I want to do is talk to you about the truth. I don't want to talk to you about the illusion. I've already asked you to get rid of the illusion. So let's not talk about illusion. Let's sing a new song. I'm going to talk about how good everything is for a change. I want to sing to you about how amazing everything is and how grateful I am that everything is so amazing. Where are we? I just lost myself. Upon a psaltery and upon an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto you. Well, what's this, an instrument of 10 strings, and what's a psaltery? Well, for one thing, that's an instrument of accompaniment. So we are using our hands to do something positive, for one thing. But the 10 strings, you could look at that as a symbol of the tree of life. As the 10 fruits of the tree of life itself, and you're actually coming back to the truth of who you are, and that's when you are singing. You are playing an instrument of 10 strings to sing praises to God. Is it He that giveth salvation unto the kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword? It is He that giveth salvation unto the kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Well, David is you. David is you. David is the part of you that one with perfect love. That is one of the highest expressions of your soul, is perfect love through you. So, of course, David is always delivered from the hurtful sword, because we recognize that the hurtful sword can only exist in a world of illusion. So God gives salvation unto the kings, and you're a king. You're a king, and David is you. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Yes, you do have thought forms. You may not believe you do. You may not remember that you're thinking these thoughts. A lot of times we don't even know what we're thinking. Just like you can't smell your cologne after 5 minutes when you spray it on, because everybody else can smell it, but you got used to it. So no, you don't think that you have these thoughts. You don't think that you're thinking thoughts of separation. You don't think that you're thinking thoughts of vanity. You think you're not doing any of this. That's the problem. That's what being asleep means. That's what being in a dream world means. Most people, when they're dreaming, they don't think I'm dreaming unless they're really working hard at lucid dreaming. Most people don't recognize they're in a dream. Just like if the movie is really good, you forget for a second that you're watching a movie. You don't think you're watching a movie. You think that thing is really happening on the screen. Okay? So when you say that rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, that is actually true. What you're asking for is to be delivered from the illusions, even the ones that I don't think that I have anything to do with. That our sons and the thoughts and the children thoughts of those things. Remember, all of our thought forms are constantly expanding. They are constantly procreating, if you will, their own progeny. So we want to make sure that God comes in and pulls those weeds up at the roots. That our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after the similitude of a palace. So those, our sons and our daughters, we want our thought forms to create new thought forms which are under God's direction, that are under the ideas of truth, not under our false ideas. And that way, those thoughts are like plants grown up, the beautiful trees and plants and forests, right? And cornerstones polished after like a palace, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store. That means prosperity is yours. That our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s on our streets. All good keeps multiplying and multiplying and multiplying, no matter what you think has happened. You can't stop it now. All good is coming, and it is growing, and it is procreating more good upon more good and more good. That our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. So all of your labors are going to be taken care of for you. All good is going to be taken care of for you, and that there's no more complaining in your streets, meaning that you're not constantly having this river of misery flowing through you that you don't even know you have half the time because you're so used to it. It's going to be so different. You won't even realize how bad it was because it's that much better. Okay? Happy is that people that is in such a case. So can you imagine how good that's going to be? Well, it is going to be that way because it's happening for you now. Happy is that people that is in such a case where all good is being extracted from every situation. Yea, happy is that people whose God is the Lord. Yeah, well, what else could it be? Who else is the Lord? Remember, just remembering that you are one with all good. You are one with infinite life. You are one with infinite truth. You are one with perfect love. You are one with the source of your identity as a soul. That you are one with infinite spirit, meaning that it has no opposite. There's nothing to fear. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can come against you. Because you are one with that which has no opposite, nothing that can be destroyed, that cannot be threatened in any way. All right, so it's a beautiful thing to recognize that God is the Lord from a magical point of view, rather than a religious point of view, because this way we get it on the end of the practical truth, rather than just something that we're taught to believe in. Right, so we want to make this stuff real. Anyway, so that's how you work these psalms, and you just keep coming back to the psalm that you're working again and again, and you should start to see movement toward either the resolution of the problem that you brought to the psalm or the goal that you brought to the psalm within 14 days. Otherwise, you want to come back and rethink your goal or rethink how you're approaching the problem. All right, and this is how we do it. So I really appreciate you being with me today. I can't wait to work with you again, and until that time, blessed be.